If you want your history or alternate history videos to perform better, you need to learn how to make some good map animations. So, in this video, I'm going to walk you through my 3 favorite styles of making maps, and hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be able to make them just like me or even better. First things first, you're gonna need Adobe After Effects. After you acquire it through totally legal ways, you'll be greeted with this screen. Okay, so this will be your screen when you enter Adobe After Effects, but as you can see, something's missing. Like, we don't have anything here. So, the first step now would be to acquire a map. You can either download one off the internet or use GProjector to create your own map. After you got the map, make a copy where you remove the sea, and then upload them into After Effects. I will use the Natural Earth map, which also has 2 different maps showing countries and regions, which you can use to trace your own maps. I will leave them in the description. Now, create a composition and this will be your base map. Add the 2 maps we have created and place the one with the sea on the bottom. One thing I like to do for my maps is create a little shadow. So, one thing you can do is make a copy of the top layer, paint it black and add some Gaussian blur. Now, it looks a little bit better. If you want even more shadows between the land and the sea, you can always copy and paste the layer you created. Now that we have our base map ready, we can start with the first style. Ancient map style. What you will need to do now is get a paper texture of the internet. The higher quality, the better. Put it above all the previous layers. Go to mode and select multiply. Now your whole map has the paper texture applied to it. If you instead want only the land to have this texture applied to it, you can select the top layer as a matte. Now, simply change the mode from multiply back to normal if you want only the paper texture to be visible. Now, we have a very basic map. You can always change and combine different textures to make your own unique map. With the map fully complete, we can finally move on to the next thing, countries. To make a country, select the pen tool and start drawing your borders. I have a country map here that is the same projection and resolution as my original, so I can just trace it. Okay, now we have Italy fully drawn. All we need to do is set the shades matte to the top layer once again. Now that we have Italy, we can draw another country. Let's say France. With both countries here, we can finally animate an invasion. I have 2 styles of invasion, but right now I will show you the most basic one. The path invasion, which is easy to understand and copy, but it gets very tedious. What you need to do is go to both of these countries' paths and select the stopwatch. Now you will see a diamond appearing on the timeline. To explain this part very briefly, a keyframe is the position of your borders. This diamond is telling the program, hey, in this moment I look like this. If we go 5 seconds down the timeline, we can create another diamond. Do this for both countries. And now you can finally start animating the invasion. Start moving the borders to your preferred location. Right now, we will have France invade a little bit of northern Italy. If we go back to 0 and start the animation by pressing space, the program will move the border from the first diamond to the second diamond. If you have problems with keyframes and stopwatch animations, you can always search up an After Effects tutorial. The last things we need to do to make this animation look good now would be adding names and showing you how to make a 3D camera. So let's do that. First, you can add names to countries by using the text tool and then adding the countries' names. After you added the names, we can finally make a camera animation. create a new composition and name it camera. Enter this new composition and drag the base map composition here. Right click and create a camera. Now, what you should do is enable to view here. So, on one side you can see what the camera sees, and on the other you can see your base map. Now, what you should do is click this button here to make the camera 3D, and this button here to add motion blur. Then go into camera, go to transform, and then you will have point of interest and position. Click the stopwatch for both of these. Here you will have some numbers corresponding to the camera's position. Play with these numbers a bit until you figure out what each of them does. Use the stopwatch feature to create your camera animation. This is how the animation will look like after everything is done. If you think the animation is too rough, you can always select the keyframes and then press F9. Now you will have an hourglass shape. This means that the animation is now smoothened. After all is done, you just have to go to File and select Export and Add to Render Queue. Here we extract the animation from the app and transform it into a video. I leave everything as is, but one thing you should always do is remember to change the length of the video to the length of your animation. So, as you remember, we have 6 seconds of animation, so let's change the clip's video from 2 minutes to 6 seconds. Click OK. Here you will have the output. Select where you want it to output, then click the render button here. It will highlight it after you select a location. And that's basically the basics of 3D map animation and the ancient map style. If you think the map looks too pixelated, always make sure to select a higher quality map. Since we made an animation on just Europe, is instead of downloading a world map, one thing I would have done was download only an European map, which would have been higher quality. Okay, so now that we have finished the ancient map style, we can move on to the next one, which is the modern map style. Let me quickly delete the paper texture we have used so far. And now that we have a basic map, what you need to do is very simple. Grab the pen tool and start drawing a country. Let's just say we are making a custom nation, so we don't have to trace all over again. What you need to do now is go into this shape layer, go to contents and do the following. Go to fill and make sure that the inside of this country is transparent. Then go to stroke and make sure that the outer edges of these countries are pretty wide. So let's say, I don't know, 3 pixels. Or no, actually 2 pixels. This will vary from map to map. If you don't like how it looks, you can always go and change some settings. So I will modify this a little bit so it will look better. Another thing you can do is add a glow effect to this. So go to Effects, Stylize and select Glow. Then let's make another country. And then remember to apply the same effects to this. Now I'm going to show you the second invasion type, which I have begun using recently. This one is a little harder to understand, but it's a lot easier to replicate. So, what you need to do is copy the base map, go into the second base map, and now here you can change the borders on how you would like them to look after the invasion. So no keyframes are needed here. Now that you have these 2 base maps, one before and one after the invasion, what you need to do is go to camera and add both of them here. Now, What we will have to do here is create a transition from base map 1 to base map 2. So let's create a transition. Go to Shapes, press Shift Q until you get to the ellipse tool, and then create a circle. It doesn't really matter how it looks. Select the shape layer, go to Effects, go to Distort, and then select Turbulent Displays. This will make the shape all wobbly. These are the settings I used for this transition. You can use them if you want, or use totally different amounts. What we need to do is go to this Shapes Transform layer, and then select Scale. Make one at the beginning, and another one at the end. For the one at the beginning, make sure it is 0%, and the one at the end, make sure it encompasses the entire map. Okay, that should do it. Now that we have the transition ready, go to base map 2 and set the matte to the transition. If we press start now, you can see that the transition will take its effect. But the transition looks a bit weird. One thing we can do is change the center of the transition from the center of the map to the one who's doing the invading. And now if we once again start the animation, it finally looks okay. The digital map style is much simpler. First, delete everything so you only have a very basic map. Then select a color, in my case I will select white, and then draw your country. Make sure you disable the fill option, so only the stroke will be left. Now, disable the original map, and you will be left with the shape. This is how a base digital map should look. To make this look better, you need to add a glow effect to it. Now it looks much better. Let's add some text to this, and after we added the text, make sure to add a glow effect to the text as well. Now it looks okay, but let's animate this country a bit. Add a trim paths effect, and then copy what I'm doing right now. Now we have a very basic animation, but it's a bit rough. Let's smoothen it out a bit. Now it looks good, but it can look even better. Let's make the text appear later on. Now we have a perfectly normal digital map animation. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about this tutorial, make sure to leave them in the description. I will try to answer as many as possible. I hope that with this tutorial I can encourage you to upgrade your maps, or even make you create your own history or alternate history channel. I hope I helped you, and see you all in the next video.